tertiary. If there's any gold, this is what it's in. Good morning. It is another day of working in the shop. We are going to be working on the wrecker today. I know you're not going to like this, but we've got to take this back down to the bare frame. We've got some more welding to do now that we have all the drivetrain in there. So sorry, but that's what we're going to do. Things have been crazy. We got back from SEMA. Tom is moving down here. He's going to be working full time down here with us in the shop. It's going to be awesome. I'm really excited about that. Myself and Hefe and Rudy, we all drove up there with trucks and trailers. We helped him clean out his shop. He has lots of heavy stuff, heavy equipment. As a fabricator, you have that kind of stuff. Anyway, we're really excited about that. He sent Tom back. He's back up in Idaho. He's picking up the rest of his stuff from his house and coming down. We've got one day to work on this wrecker and take it apart, and then me and Eric and Tom and Ed are heading down to California to look for a lost gold mine. Yeah, put that. All right, we got the easy stuff off.
Easy stuff. You were saying sorry to them. It's us you have to say sorry for because we're the ones doing the work.
We just got a call, so we're gonna go do that and then we'll be back. So that took longer than we thought. I came into the shop, I wasn't gonna really do anything, but I started working. You can see that I've got the winch lines out of here. I've got this winch unbolted. So I'm just gonna take these winches off and then go home and pack. It is late in the evening and we are getting ready to embark on an epic journey back to Ed's gold claim, taking the golden nugget back there. Ed doesn't even know it. He's already down there with his friend Fred. They're looking for Ed's dad's lost gold mine and we're gonna go down and help him find it. So
Ed doesn't know this is coming?
No, he doesn't know this is coming.
Oh, that's cool.
Tom and I are flying down there. We're gonna fly to Reno, get a rental car and drive over there. Eric
got tricked into it.
Yep, Eric is driving Blue Steel down there. We got the golden nugget secured with our mat straps. Next time you see us, it's gonna be tomorrow. We're gonna be on a plane. Next time you see Eric, he's gonna be in California.
Here we are on the plane, about to take off. Yeah, super excited.
So these things fly through the air. All right, good morning.
We're just supposed to start with it's a new day.
It is a new day. And look, we got Eric. So our wives aren't here to take care of us, so we've got to go shopping so we can eat. Yeah. All right, what do you got there?
We got a little bit of everything. This is supposed to get us to dinner. I think it's gonna be enough.
All right, we got our breakfast, we got our lunch in the cooler. We're ready to head up.
Snacks for 3 weeks.
Well, we got Eric, so we got snacks for a day.
It'll get us to dinner.
Yeah, there he is over there.
He knows we're talking about him, you can tell.
All right, let's get out of here. All right, so we are here. Is that the road?
It's a road. Is that the one we cleared? We cut the logs out of last year?
Is this the one we drove down? It's not looking familiar.
What was that?
I said, are we lost?
We might be. So we're not super familiar with the area and we're trying to remember, and
we don't know exactly where Ed is anyway.
No, we don't.
So
we don't know where they're camping. Eric, pull up there and park Blue Steel and jump in here and we're gonna have to go scouting.
Sheesh. Wasn't even in yet.
How you doing, Eric?
Fine.
You struggling back there?
Yeah. I don't want to die today.
This road's looking more like it. This is the Manzanita Road. I think we found it. So we just need to unload the golden nugget back there and then you can drive it up this road. I thought Ed would be camping right here.
We need to go walk.
You think that's gonna leave a mark? Wow, those are really aggressive. We're gonna have to watch that. But if I'm not mistaken, Ed's gonna be camped right there.
Does either one of you know where we're at?
We've been out here for 5 minutes and Eric's having a hard time. A little meltdown.
He's ready. He's ready to give up. And
Want to break out the pudding? Would that help you feel better?
Yeah, but we left it back there a long way.
he's up here, but where could he be? Ed, where are you? Let's walk down the Manzanita. All right, so there's no phone service. Ed was supposed to be camped up here with Fred. There's sign of them. They've definitely been up this road. And this is gonna be our launch point, but I don't know what to do.
All right, Matt just took off. He left us to unload the golden nugget off of the trailer. Matt's just gonna go drive around and look for where Ed might be, and hopefully he doesn't tear up the rental truck too much.
All right, so we still haven't found Ed and Fred, but I found Adam here.
Hey.
He's having a little car trouble and he needs to get into town to get some groceries, so we're giving him a ride back as far as we're going.
Yeehaw.
Matt took off, and while you were gone, we got it all figured out. Ed drove by, flying by, didn't see anything sitting over here. And then 5 minutes later, Fred rolls up, he sees us, but Eric had already stashed the nugget up there, so he hasn't seen that. And he told us that they had the time wrong, but the place right. They're gonna be right where we live.
Right.
We were right. They didn't think we were coming here. They thought we were getting to Reno at 7:30 in the morning and wouldn't be here till 11.
Oh.
So we just had the time off a little bit. We can go do exactly what we were gonna do right now, and we know where they're gonna be.
All right. Well, this is the end of the line for Dave then.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Like I said, if we see you and we're going, we'll
Give you a ride.
give you a ride. Did Ed tear past her like 100 miles an hour?
It's like you drive. I don't want to die today. You and him must drive together a lot.
Ed does not know that we're bringing the golden nugget down here, so it's going to be a surprise for him. I wanted to bring it back to the place where we first found it. We are within a mile of where we dug this thing out of the trees, so that's pretty cool. You've been in here before.
Yes, I have. It's a lot nicer now, though. It smells better.
Can you do a reenactment of what you were doing on the first one?
I'm in
here, there's rat.
This isn't funny, crud! Holy crud! You should see all the rat stuff that's falling on me. It's a lot more pleasant to ride in now.
Oh, there they are. Morning, Ed.
Man, I didn't think you'd bring that. Scratch it all up.
It's skinny enough to fit.
We got their time mixed up. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's
But-
fine.
And trailer dad over here. What, so you taking this back to Utah?
We wanted it to come home, Ed. We wanted it to come back to where we got it.
You guys are crazy. Well, Fred drew up a map and I can show you where to go up
Yeah, let's
here.
make a plan. Let's
And
figure this out.
through the Manzanita out to the top of this point right here.
Let's go down there. Let's go look at it. So the plan is me and Tom are gonna go out and do like the forward scouting maneuvers. Eric's gonna stay here with Ed and Fred and make sure that nobody makes any bad decisions. And we're gonna be gone for a couple hours. When we come back, who knows where these guys are gonna be, but they're gonna give us some sort of a sign with this stick, which direction they went. I'm gonna plan on swinging to the right here, getting low down to the river, and then start swinging back and looking for some place where you can get overburden into the river and a road out. All right, let's get after it. All right, this is super steep. Like, this is really rugged terrain. Tom's standing 5 feet behind me and 5 feet ahead of me. Having been in the roofing industry for 12 years, I can safely say we are on a 12-12 pitch. This is a semi-controlled descent. So what we're looking for is, we're looking for the ditch that they dug in here, the same ditch that we used to get to the golden nugget. We have made it out to a point where we can see, so we're still way, way high. The mine we're looking for is supposed to be not too far above the river. It is beautiful though. So I'm on like the cliff here. The river's down there. We think we found the ditch that we're looking for. See that wood behind you?
Oh yeah, down here.
So we think they built a flume across here. So if any of you guys ever seen that movie called Cliffhanger, we've taken everything we've learned from that movie and we're applying it in a practical sense. Look.
Dude, that's got bad juju.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Let's go around. I hate the voice of reason. We found the canal we were looking for, but we got ledged up. We couldn't get to it. So we're gonna have to go over this ridge here, which means we're climbing straight up this. This is a 2 steps forward, 1 step back type of a climb. Wow, look at that down there. We once pulled a golden nugget through a stream like that. So we found the old ditch bank. The ditch would have come around there. I don't know if you can see in there, there's a little flat spot right there. This ditch wasn't dug as much as it was built, but this is a timber right here. So they would have been doing a lot of this with bridge work. All right, so last year when we were here getting the golden nugget, Tom and I stayed a day later to help Ed kind of look for this mine. We didn't realize how big of an undertaking it was gonna be. We're looking for a lost mine. We're on the south end of Ed's claim here. He's heard tell of a mine in here that they were pulling out nuggets big as your fist, and no one's been back since. Ed doesn't remember where it's at. We looked way over that way. We've done some research since then, talked to Ed, looked at maps. Now I think we've got a much more targeted search. We're here for a couple days to look for it. So that's what we're doing. More bear scat. We are in bear country. Ed says that the tailings went clear down into the river. So if the mine is above this particular ditch, the ditch is gonna have a pile of tailings in it. If the mine is below this ditch, then there's gonna be a road over it. So we're watching really closely for both of those things. It's not clearly defined as a ditch like it was further upstream. All right, we're gonna go back to searching. We'll give you an update when we have one.
We've been out here all day. We dropped off from a high point where we parked, hiked way down, almost all the way to the river. Then we've been kind of following the river downstream, but staying high on the rock. We see a lot of rock fall in here that looks like it could be out of a mine, or it could be, from an area that was worked over.
We are going up there. So we checked out the anomaly. It's nothing. I think we got skunked. All right, we have hiked another hour. We're not very far from where we were. We are significantly higher than we were. I'm feeling my age.
In usual fashion, he's out of gas.
I'm out of gas. Hey, we're on the same team.
Sorry.
I'm not gonna bore you with this arduous task of hiking straight up, so I'll give you an update if I don't die. All right, so I was down there about ready to die. I'm like, Tom, just go on. I'll just die here. The bears will eat me. You won't even have to come back and take care of it. And then we hear this voice with a sweet sound of an angel.
Anybody out there?
And Tom says, that was Eric. But we were lost and now we're found. All right, we're loaded up in the golden nugget. We're heading back to make some sandwiches. Let's see.
Hey, make sure I don't scratch anything. You got that? He needs help. There's a chainsaw.
I'm gonna make a sandwich. All right, well, I'm glad I didn't die down there on that hike. Glad Eric came and picked me up in the golden nugget. That was awesome. Tom took care of business. He kept telling me that I probably wasn't gonna die. Did you trim those manzanitas? The ones that I wouldn't drive through? Did you?
Not. I didn't trim any.
Did you drive this through them?
Don't blame a single scrap on me.
That was from you, though, when you backed into that.
I wonder how much this will cost. Good morning. We are back. It's day number 2. We are headed back to the camp where Ed and Fred stayed last night. But first, we've got to stop by Adam. He's a gentleman we met yesterday. His dog was out of food, and we decided to pick up some food and take it to him this morning. Good morning. Hey, pup. I got something for you. You're going to be happy about this. What's your dog's name? Big Chungus?
What was that?
Big Chungus.
All right, Big Chungus. Hey, buddy.
Here, Big
Like that?
Chungus, let's make some friends really quick. Here. You like those?
That's my masterpiece. There's a story of Thor going on a fishing trip and he catches the Midgard serpent.
What do you got for $100? We're gonna make a purchase. Eric's made himself a friend there.
Yeah. Keeps leaning into me.
There's one of Big Chungus there. Wizard smoking a pipe. Appalachian whiskey days.
All right, $100 for Big Chungus?
Sure. Well, thanks a lot, man. That's amazing.
Thank you. I'm glad we met.
Yeah, same here. Thanks a lot, man.
He doesn't like that camera pointed at him. The next order of business is to head over and find Ed and Fred, shake them out of their sleeping bags, and
You're gonna get chewed out.
yeah, Ed is excited to find this mine, and he doesn't think we looked in the right places yesterday, which is obvious we didn't.
We looked right where he told us to look, but that wasn't the right place.
Yeah, we looked everywhere where the mine wasn't. Today we're gonna probably try to look and see where the mine is. We have some updated info. We think that we know where it is versus a little stream that's coming. I'm gonna put this camera away till we get back to camp because I need to hold on to something.
Well, nice clear day, no wind, gonna get warm. We're gonna find it today.
Ed actually hit himself with it one day.
So we're gonna show you what happens to a bear.
Oh, don't do that.
I'm just kidding. Come on, do it for the people.
Well, here,
Hey,
you
But
do it for
don't
the
wear
Okay.
it out.
If you guys think we should have tased Eric to show what it would be like to tase a bear, leave it in the comments below. All right, so we're about to embark on our quest, day 2 of looking for Ed's lost mine. We're gonna say goodbye to Fred here. They're gonna go back around and actually go down another road and then hike a little bit down the river to meet us so that we have a ride out so that we don't have to do that terrible, arduous hike out that we did yesterday. You ready for this, Eric?
I'm ready.
Yeah, he's got his feather in his cap, his walking stick on. This guy looks like a hiker.
So this mine we're looking for, I've been mistakenly calling it Ed's dad's lost mine, but that's not the case. It's just Ed's lost mine. So it's been abandoned for years and years. The last time Ed saw it was either back in the late 60s, somewhere around there. We might be the first people to be back to it since Ed was last at it. But he's having a hard time remembering exactly where it is. That's why we're hiking all over this whole area. How you doing, Eric?
So far, so good.
The creek comes down through here and the river's over on our left more, so we're gonna walk this ridge all the way down, try to stay in between so we don't go down too fast, too steep.
These are goat trails, and there's a lot of ledges.
If you laid down to take a nap, it would be a risk.
Yes.
We are 1/8 of the way down the mountain. How do you feel about that number, Eric?
It's not real promising yet.
Ed said that it was in another ravine over, a city block from where the creek goes in. This is a ravine right here.
Do you wanna drop down in it, or are you trying to stay above?
I don't know.
And the trees give us something to hold to.
Do you ever get tired of being the voice of reason?
This is where you sit on your butt and slide.
Yeah.
It's like a spider.
So anyway, this is the False Hope Mine Expedition. We're on the False Hope Trail.
It should go right to the mine. It's the trail.
It's the trail. Tom described it pretty good. We're gonna pinball down this mountain because that's what we're doing.
Yes.
Can you think of a better description than pinball?
No.
All right, I'm out here kind of on a point. Just looking for this mine. Ed and Fred are supposed to be coming from this way right here, hiking down the river to meet us. We are getting super close to the ditch, I think. Nobody's been eaten by a bear, right? We started with 3 people.
Ed, have you got a copy?
I can only assume they don't. So we're right down here by the river. The ditch comes right through there. You can't see it very clear, but it comes right under here. You'll see it pretty good there on that shelf right there. So according to Ed's memory, the mine is in this area, and he says it's below the ditch, but something's not adding up because he also says that there's a road out, and we've been all over these hills for the last 2 days. There is no road. There is no conceivable way to get a road out unless the road doubled back and maybe used this old ditch bank as the road and then went up through the creek up there. That's the only way I can see them getting a road out of here. So if there is the mine, I would say we're within a half a mile either direction here, and we've just got to find out what elevation above the river it is. This is tough. Looking for lost mines is tough. Ed, do you copy?
What you mean? Over?
I was just talking to you. Oh, I see you down there. Right there. So you think the mine is higher than the ditch by how far?
A couple 100 feet. Over?
10-4. He says that the mine's a couple 100 feet higher than the ditch, half a block that way.
City block or a country block?
I don't know. Ed uses blocks all the time. It can mean anything. All right, so we're all down here on the ditch bank. It keeps making me think they use this as a road after they abandoned this ditch, because there's this newer wood. They've got newer wire forged nails in it. So, I don't know. A heck of a road, though. All right, we've reached the dead end here. It's just like that. Cliff and stuff. So, what do we got to do, Tom?
Up.
We got to hike up there. Do you want to break the news to him, or should I?
Oh, I think you should, for sure.
So, Eric, we didn't want to have to tell you like this, but we've got to hike up there.
Huh.
All right, so we've kind of fanned out. Tom's over this way. Eric is down there. And we're gonna just slowly start sweeping that way at a little bit different altitudes. Well, we have been all over this. Tom's making one last pass way up a draw there. Eric's pretty close to him. I'm back down here closer to the river. I'm just making a loop back to Ed. I'm gonna pick his brain for a minute from that point of view. Otherwise, I don't think we're gonna find it, which is a huge bummer because this whole video is about finding a mine and we're not finding it. All right, we're down here in the bottom of the river. We finally found Ed right there. What do you know, Ed?
Well, you had a trip and a half. Yeah. I appreciate all you do. They must have bulldozed it in, and you could walk right over it and not see it.
I think it's further up.
Oh, no. Right in that draw right there where you were at.
All right, well, we've talked about it and we don't know where it is. So
But we know a lot of places where it isn't.
we do. So we're gonna head back out of here. And we're gonna have to come back and look around one more time. I wanna go look at that other point. All right, we are back at base camp. It's been a long couple days. This is the end of day 2. We have had a real enjoyable time. We didn't find the mine, but we have had a great camping and hiking trip. Got to hang out with Ed in his natural environment. Got to see Fred again. It's been a year since we saw him.
Yep, yeah.
So we're just gonna kind of clean up and get ready and head back to the Airbnb and then get ready to head out in the morning. We had a super nice guy at the grocery store hook us up with some steaks. So we're cooking those tonight. Thanks, Matthew from SPD. This is our last night here. It's our victory dinner. We're gonna eat our victory dinner anyway, even though we didn't find the mine, because we are gonna find it. Just not this trip. What do you think, Ed?
I think it's gonna be good. You're cooking good there. Smells good. Fred's cooking the beans.
I can't believe we couldn't talk our chef from last year into cooking for us, though.
This is our camp chef, and this is our camp chef.
Oh, how are we gonna tell us apart? They're both making bacon.
I know, hasn't touched a thing.
I don't have the hat.
All right, so we were eating dinner and talking about where we had been and where we'd looked and picking Ned's brain, and we decided to try one more spot. Not as close to the river. He might be remembering that it wasn't that far down. So we came to this spot and look what we found. Not 100% sure this is Ed's mine. We're gonna go in there and look and see. There's a couple things that match the description that he gave. So let's go check it out. Whoa, a little bit of water in here. Yeah. This is super cool. This is a big mine. That's for how they put the power in here. So this would be, there would be like bare wires to run the lights. Tertiary. We've got where the water's coming in. I can see it like it's coming down out of a crack there. This is all collapsed off. We've got hard rock on top of us. I think we're into the tertiary here. This is where the gold is, if there is any. I think we need to metal detect this.
What do you think, Eric?
I think this is crazy. What are we back in here? 400 yards? 300 yards?
Yeah, we're way back here.
All right, so I'm climbing over where it's collapsed. You can see it's hard rock above it. I'm not worried about it. I don't think I'm in any danger. This is why we can't go any further. That's all water. That's the collapse up there. That's where all the water's coming from. But I think we could work this for like a day. Somebody let the shovel back here. Pretty modern shovel. Somebody's been back here. That's pretty typical of mines. Let me see that shovel.
You're so hard on tools.
Eric.
You bring my... Are you kidding me? That was my favorite shovel.
All right, we are super far back in this mine. It's been crazy cool. Matt's excited. We think we're on to it. There's some rails down here. There's track in the ground. This mine's been worked a bunch, but maybe has some potential still.
If it's ever been metal detected, that's what Ed says.
Well, we'll have to get him back down here.
All right, so that was a crazy couple days. We covered some just crazy terrain.
Straight up, straight down.
Plus, we were walking through Ed's memory, which was a little fuzzy. So we looked a lot of places, but I think we found it. We talked to Ed and Fred about it. They're gonna go to where we pinpointed the mine. They're gonna go look at it, see if we found it. They're gonna do a little bit of metal detecting no matter what. So I say it's a success.
Oh, huge success.
Huge success. It was fun.
We got a plane to catch. We got some scratches to buff.
There's a little work left to do.
Thanks for watching. We've been working Eric so hard, he's having to drill another hole in his belt.
It's gonna work.